Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back, I'm not going anywhere. Boost! I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2018, the album, Dad AF, the Jump Rope Edition. Eggs, bacon, grits, and sausage. I like the sausage, I take the sausage. Big Mac fillet of fish, quarter pound of French fries, icy Coke, thick shakes, sundaes, and apple pies. Back in the day, my girlfriends, how did nobody know that I was gay? I mean, they all did. They all knew I was gay. But back in the day, they would always want me to jump. They're like, Peter's the best, Peter's the best. I'd get in there and go, Miss Sally had a steamboat, the steamboat had a bell ding. And I'd just sit there and go, faster, faster, faster. Anyway. Oh, how are you guys doing today? Are you having a good day? Well, let's talk about a breakup that happened on YouTube. Actually, that's not what this video is about. If you watch my videos on a regular basis, you know that I do not talk about relationships or breakups, that kind of thing. I may talk about it and give some point of view that it makes me very, very sad, or I wish them the best of luck, and I'm gonna say something about kind of in that direction today. But really what this is about, okay, is that Logan Paul has stooped so low to get some attention because he's not getting all the attention, it's not enough that Logan Paul is one of the fastest growing YouTube channels out there. No. That's not good enough for him. He has to have all of the attention, right? And it's interesting because a lot of people are coming for him today, okay? So if you don't know what is going on, David Dobrik and his girlfriend Liza Koshy have broken up, right? Now, I have to say before I get into this video, I'm not a huge fan of either one of them. I watch their videos from time to time. I will say I am not subscribed to either one of them. I'm just not. And I think they're enjoyable. I think they are a cute couple, or they were a cute couple together, but I haven't followed their entire relationship. And like I said, this video is not about that. I have watched their video where they talk about the breakup. And it's interesting that this is all I will say. I watch a lot of these breakup videos that happen with YouTubers that are together in relationships. And I think that one of the things that's really, really hard is that as uber fans of YouTubers, we think that we deserve to have, some information of what's going on. And I'm always super impressed with YouTubers that come out and they do these hey, we broke up videos and they explain it. Because I cannot even imagine. Now, if you go and you watch the video, Liza and David talk about how it's been 6 months since they broke up and they're good friends now and stuff like that. I can't even imagine how hard that would be, right? And they go in and they kind of discuss why they broke up and things like that, and that she's working on some stuff, and go watch the video. It's a great video. And it's the way to do this, right? It's the classy way to do this. And the reception that I saw was phenomenal. I mean, people all over Twitter were just, really tweeting them out, support and love, and it was just fantastic, right? Because I can't imagine on that level going through a breakup. And if you watch my videos regularly, you know that I'm married and I have a husband, and he's in a lot of my videos and he's in my daily vlog a lot. And we've talked a lot about having marriage problems in the past and being in marriage counseling and how much it's helped us. Because one of the things that I said when I got on YouTube was that I never wanted to be that YouTuber that's like, hi, how are you? Oh my God, we're so great today. We're always happy all the time, right? And I think what I loved so much about this video when I saw it, Liza and David's video, was that they talked about some real shit on there, And watching the video, one of the things I realized, do you ever realize something, you've known it all along, but you really realize it when it's right in front of your face, is that I think for any YouTuber out there, and I would have to think, a lot of the YouTubers out there that are couple vloggers together, or Trisha and Jason Nash, couples out there that are, together on YouTube, Jenna and Julia and things like that. I think that it has to be really, really hard when your entire relationship, because the other person's on YouTube too, is right out there, if that makes sense. I would have to think that's really, really hard. And, not each person, what I might want to share is not necessarily what the other person would want to share. Does that make sense? And then you think about it, and in every relationship, there's two people, okay? But I think with YouTubers, and maybe this is just the way it is with celebrities in general that are out there, because we're talking about people that are really celebrities to a lot of us as uber fans of YouTubers. I think there's 3 people really, and maybe even 4, you know, in the relationship. There's the 2 people, and then there's the fans that watch their channel, and then there's also, you know, the career of YouTube, right? Which for most YouTubers takes up a lot of time. Well, if you've ever been in a relationship with somebody that works a lot of times the other person gets kind of bitter about that. They get kind of upset about it, or they feel like, hey, you're not giving me the attention I need. So that's something that we don't talk about. I'm not talking about their relationship. I'm just saying in a lot of these relationships on YouTube, that's something that we don't ever consider, that we don't ever talk about, you know? Especially when you have one person that's maybe like a makeup influencer, or they're putting out music, or they're just driven all the time. The other person's over the side, and yes, they're supposed to chase their dreams, but like that's gotta be difficult too. This is totally on a side note. Y'all are gonna be like, Peter, how are you gonna wrap this all up in this? Did y'all know Madonna has a sister? Now listen, I have been on Papa Don't Preach, I'm in trouble, beep, deep, beep, beep, deep. Anyway, I love Madonna, okay? Vogue. I have been a huge fan of Madonna for a forever. I've loved Madonna, okay? Back in the Like a Virgin, which, you know, her tips were dark and the rest of her hair was blonde. I loved her back then, okay? But I did not know that she had a sister named Paula. Paula Ciccone. Okay, so anyway, I was looking up all these videos that this is the kind of shit that I watch on YouTube, okay? Where she had done all these interviews, and she was talking about like what it was like having a sister like Madonna. And there were other people on there too, like Barbra Streisand, singer, who I knew was like a very acclaimed singer. She sounds almost identical to Barbra Streisand, but can you imagine being Barbra Streisand's sister and like singing just as well as her, but you didn't get like all the attention? And so this Paula, Madonna's sister, is saying it's very difficult to be Madonna's sister because she was pursuing her own singing career, her own modeling career. She looks a lot like Madonna. Not so much today, but like back then when they were both like in, you know, coming up in the world. And so to have a famous sibling like that, or a famous somebody in your life, and one of the things that she said I thought was really, really interesting in this interview was she said, you know, when Madonna comes home, or she didn't say Madonna, I mean, you think she calls her Mo? What's up, Mo? So she said, when you have that family member that comes home that's super famous like that, they're used to everybody treating them on that level, right? Like they are just unstoppable, and like everybody is like, you know, serving them, you know, all the time. And so when they come home, it's kind of like they expect that from everybody. It's hard for them to step down off of that. And then also, it's like you have to step up because that person is no longer the same person. You're basically dealing now with the public persona of who that person is because they're used to that, right? Which is why I think a lot of times when we see people get really, really famous, we're like, you've changed. See, you've changed. So in regards to YouTubers, I think one of the things that's hard is when you have, I'm sure if you're getting, I mean, I don't get millions of views on my videos, but if I did, you know, I would think that one of the things that would be really, really hard is that your relationship is out there, you're out there, your partner's out there, and you're constantly being evaluated and judged about your relationship, whatever. So there's a public persona of who you are. There's the fans that want you in this relationship, because if you saw last night what a lot of people said about this relationship, a lot of people were like, oh no, like love does not exist if they didn't make it and stuff like that, you know, which, hey, listen, like that's why they came out and made this incredible video they did explaining things, right? Because they want people to still realize, hey, you know, like don't give up on your dreams just because it didn't work for us. And, you know, I think the video was fantastic. But I think that one of the things that we don't ever think about, I think I just said think like 5 times in a row, is that, I mean, of course I did, boost, is the hashtag think. You better think, is that, if you're new to my channel, you're like, what is going on? This is who I am. I think that one of the things that's hard is that we don't consider what their lives must look like to them with this huge following, you know? So that being said, when I was looking at all this kind of stuff, I noticed that one of the things that was really, really interesting was somehow Logan Paul got in the middle of this. And I was like, now how is Logan Paul in the middle of all this? Logan Paul doesn't have anything to do with this. Was Logan Paul part of this relationship? No, of course he wasn't. So let me tell you what happened, right? So Logan Paul tweets this out last night, okay? He tweets out this picture of Liza and David Dobrik, and it's their video, We Broke Up, and he's like almost at the end mark, and he like screenshots it, right? But you can see here, and this is where everybody comments, he is not subscribed to David Dobrik, okay? So he screenshots it, and then underneath here he says, No, here, I want to make sure that you guys can, how do I hide it? No! Like, he's an uber fan of Liza and David, and he's so invested in their relationship that all, you know, he cannot move another moment if they're not going to be together, right? Eggs, biscuits, grits, and sausage. Anyway, okay. So that was really interesting. But what was more interesting was all of the people that came for Logan Paul because he said this. Even Logan Paul superfans came, even his own fans came and said, I love you, Logan, but this is really a low blow. You're not subscribed to him. Why are you tweeting this out? Blah, blah, blah. Why not something just like, hey, sorry to hear that this happened. I wish you both the best, okay? And everybody's assuming that Logan Paul is doing this because Logan Paul has to be at the center of attention and he wants attention. So what's interesting about this is if you go over, I love James Charles. James Charles retweets and he put, when you're not even subscribed, but you still want the attention from their fans. Exactly. And then underneath here, all these people say stuff and there's all these like, you know, memes and stuff. And somebody said, guys, please stop commenting hate on Logan under James' tweet. Maybe he isn't subscribed to them, but still loves them just like me. It's okay. LOL, you do understand that Logan Paul does everything for fame and cares about no one's feelings. I think you're forgetting he filmed a man that had committed suicide and laughed about it. True story. Yes, thank you. Oh my God, he's only pretending to be interested in the breakup because all the other YouTubers who actually care for them do. Obviously, he has no sense he posted a video of a dead body and didn't even understand why it got taken down. And then this person says, like, all he did was just say no to them breaking up, and plus not all of his fandom are 11-year-old girls. Actually, if you search up his age range for him subscribers, the age is 75% of people 50 to 32. I would like to, okay, so my husband is 33 years old. I would like to meet the 32-year-olds that are diehard Logan Paul fans. I really would, okay? And I'm just going to say this, and I don't really care if I lose a few of you out there over this. If you are 32 years old and you are a diehard Logan Paul fan, you might want to reevaluate your life. I'm just saying, okay? Because I'm not seeing a whole lot of content put out there that is compassionate, kind, or even thinking about the world around him. Logan Paul might be the most arrogant person I have ever seen in my entire life. And a close second might be his brother. I'm just saying, okay? So, you know, if you're 32 and that really is your age range, which I'd like to really know where she got these statistics, 75% because my analytics are private, so I'm not really sure where she got these analytics. And then somebody else said he posted a video of a man who committed suicide, laughed, apologized only because he was forced to, and everyone knows he isn't that great of an influence. He doesn't matter how old his views are. His morals are all wrong and have influence. And then this Emily says always sticks with him. Of course it does, okay? It always does, right? And, you know, like, people aren't gonna let... I actually think, in regards to what he did, people have forgotten about Logan Paul's misbehaviors and lack of compassion rather quickly, okay? It wasn't just about that video. It was about how he was in Japan as a whole. I mean, he was an ass. Do you guys not remember that? And last night, in the midst of all of these major YouTubers, many of which are friends with these people, like Trisha Paytas, you know, Trisha Paytas tweeted out a very, very nice comment about them. In the middle of all of this stuff, you know, here, I'll try to even look it up while I'm talking. You know, all these people that know them were like tweeting out stuff and, hey, you know, maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe Logan and Liza and David Dobrik, maybe they're going to the Chinese buffet. I don't know, they're not asking me. See? Why doesn't anybody ask me? Trisha, come on, girl. Chinese buffet mukbang. Let's go. Let's have at it. Anyway, all these people are, you know, saying all this kind of stuff. And I don't know why I can't find her. Anyway, oh, there she was. But all these people are like tweeting out this stuff that is really, really endearing, right? And it's like, if you're not part of it, why are you, like, if you can't just say something nice, and I think even for his age, like, I feel like that comment, no, is such kind of like an asinine comment in regards to, here's Trisha Paytas's. Now remember, okay, she's part of his age range of 32 because she's 30. David and Liza are legit the two best people I've ever known. I wish I could be as mature as 30 as they are at 21. Those are two amazing human beings, respectful and caring to each other, themselves, and everyone around them. That's how you say it, Logan Paul, okay? So take a cue from Trisha Paytas on how to treat people. And I know people are going to be like, well, Trisha this and Trisha that. Okay. But in the midst of something kind of sad that's going on and people need your support, maybe grow up and act a little bit more mature. I don't think that Logan Paul is ever going to grow up and learn. I just don't. I'm not convinced of that at this point. So let's read some of the comments that are directly underneath Logan Paul's tweet, right? So I just randomly just went way down in the middle of it, okay? Leave if all you're going to do is hate. I don't see you commenting this on literally everyone's posts about this breakup, so why do it here? Now, here's the thing, okay? People are saying that because he screenshotted this picture that he isn't subscribed to David Dobrik, but supposedly they're friends, so he's just using it as attention-seeking behavior, okay? And maybe that's true. Maybe he was watching on somebody else's phone. Maybe somebody sent it to him that's not. Who knows, okay? And it also says that David Dobrik isn't, like, subscribed to other people and whatever, so it's just not that big of a deal, right? But people are saying that Logan does everything for attention. Let me get my duh fan out. I mean, really? It doesn't take a genius to figure that out. As if you give two shits about this, LMAO. No, at least subscribe, sis. Okay, I love that so much. If you're going to talk about somebody like that and you're going to get a lot of attention over it, at least subscribe. We broke up, might as well make money from it. This is not okay. Do we fucking agree? This has to be alive. Oh my fucking God, this was actually my mood. I know I was so sad, and then people go on and on and on. But then the people start, he has 17 plus million sub channels. What makes you think he's going to run that through his phone for anybody to get a hold of? And I do think that that's interesting. It's like, well, maybe this wasn't Logan's phone. So who knows? I don't even know that I think it matters, Are there YouTubers that if they broke up with somebody that I'm not subscribed to, that I would send a tweet out and say, I'm really sad about this? Absolutely, And that doesn't necessarily mean we're not supportive of those people. So I do think, though, that Logan Paul suffers from arrogance and having bad taste. But that being said, I don't know. What do you all think about it? Leave it in the comment section below. Do you think, okay, that this was attention-seeking? I'll even actually put up a poll right here. Do you think that this was attention-seeking, or do you think this was just Logan Paul showing his support? Put it in the poll. I will leave it right here. And you will get to see in 24 hours what the results are. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.